Here are my hints on the Are You Ready side. Remember how all the angles in a triangle add up to 180? All right, use that on 12 through 14. And the Pythagorean Theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c is always the hypotenuse. Then it doesn't matter which side is a and which side is b. For special right triangles, we have the same ratios for the sides if we have a 45, 45, 90 or a 30, 60, 90 triangle all the time. The rule for 45, 45, 90 is the two legs are the same. So we'll fill in an x right here and an x right here. The side across from the 90-degree angle is always x times the square root of 2. So let's put that to work. We'll draw the chart, 45, 45, 90, and let's look what they gave us. In this example, they gave us the side across from a 45 is 4. So I'm going to fill that in. Well, if this side's 4, then the next one's 4, and then all we have to do is put a 4 in front of the square root of 2. And we're done. Now for 30, 60, 90, those relationships are always x is across from the smallest angle. It's the shortest side. The side across from the 60 is always x times the square root of 3. And the hypotenuse is always twice as big as the short leg. So let's see what they gave us in this next one. I have 30, 60, 90. They gave us the side across from the 30. So I'm going to put 3 right here. Okay, so 3 is x, which means I just need to put a 3 in front of the square root of 3 to get the other leg. And then it means I need to multiply the 3 by 2, so 6, to get the hypotenuse. Let's try some where it's not so easy. Here's a hint. Number 1 is going to be pretty similar to the example right there. Number 2, let's do that one. First, we have a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So I have 30, 60, 90. I'm going to rewrite the ratios, x square root 2, and 2x. And now I'm going to fill in what I have. They gave us the side across from the 90. So the side that we're going to fill in will be right here. So all we need to do to work backwards, since normally we would multiply by 2 to get x, we're going to go backwards and we're going to divide by 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now we know what x is. Now to move forward in the table, all we do is take that 5 and put a square root of 2 next to it. Let's try number 5. We have 45, 45, 90. So I'm going to make that chart. I'll fill in the ratios, x square root 2. So what do we have? We have the side across from the 90, 2 square root 2. So instead of multiplying the x by the square root of 2 to work backwards, I'm going to divide by the square root of 2. And look what happens. That square root 2 cancels out. So x is just 2 and 2. Let's try number 8. It's a 30, 60, 90. So here's 30, 60, 90. The ratios are x square root 3, and 2x. So let's fill in what we have. We know the side across from the 60 is 9. So I'm going to fill that in right there. So we need to not multiply by the square root of 3, but divide by the square root of 3. So I'll put divided by the square root of 3. But we can't just leave the square root on the bottom. We have to multiply on top and bottom by the square root of 3. So this will equal 9 square root 3 on top, and the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is 3. So let's reduce. 9 over 3 is 3. So this answer right here is 3 square root 3. Now we just have to find the side across from the 90. All we have to do is take 2 and multiply it by this. So we're going to multiply 2 times 3 and get 6, and then we'll just leave the square root of 3 next to it. So the answers are, that side's 9, this side's 3 square root 3, and this side is 6 square root 3. The same type of thing will happen on number 9. This will be the last one I do. Let's fill out 45, 45, 90, x square root 2. All right. They gave us, in number 9, the side across from the 90 is 4. To work backwards, we need to divide by the square root of 2. So we need to get rid of that square root of 2 by multiplying by it on top and bottom. So we'll multiply by the square root of 2 here and here. So we'll have 4 square root 2 on top, and on bottom we'll just have 2. But 4 over 2 is 2. So the answer for each of the sides is 2 square root 2 and 2 square root 2. Hopefully that helped. In order to get full credit on the assignment, just go through and cross out all the answers you got. Like, see how we got 3 square root 3? So you would just find it down here, cross it off. We got 6 square root 3. So you'd cross that off. And the remaining letters will give you the answer to that riddle down there. Good luck.